need a big cock! I need a big cock! Hey, where my cock's at?
Woo!
Welcome
A
to
Drum Alert
Speedway,
Nation.
why have you got to ruin the fucking intro? You doing the intro? I'm fucking not. Such an idiot. Comes on Drivecast for the first time in weeks and then does that. Alright, cool. So, welcome
last week.
to Drivecast episode 71. Welcome. Today, it's just us here. No intern. He's not here. It's just us. So,
Ethnic
What
subject.
Yes!
is up, Drum Alert Nation? I'm your host.
So, as you might be able to tell on all of our versions, Speedway's camera's not working. For reasons we don't know. Probably it got destroyed when you got hit by a truck, so I'm assuming that's what happened.
No. I think what happened is Speedway was, he was home by himself and he was, and I think he just kind of shot the webcam a little bit and it stopped working.
Right, cool.
Yeah,
So going on
you're
to the
welcome
first.
to watch the movie Home Alone 8.
Alone 8.
Baps to Home Alone, okay.
Yes.
I love that kid.
Whoa!
Edgy meme.
Okay. I don't really know where to go from here because my topics don't want to load. Oh, okay. E3. Oh, I can hear myself again. Was that just me?
Just fucking go.
Yeah, it's just you.
E3,
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 3. Got stuff to talk about there. We've got Gran Turismo Sport and how it wasn't really E3. Burnout stuff, which is important, and we'll talk about that worst purchase we've ever made, as well as a Q&A. Q&A, questions and answers. That's what you do, it's what we do, it's what we all do. So yeah, did I mention the Speedway's camera's not working? I think I did. Anyway.
Yep.
E3, Horizon 3. I want someone else to lead because I feel like a lullen.
Alan?
I'll lead then because no one else wants to.
Yeah.
Horizon 3 was at E3. Overall, I'd say the reception was pretty goddamn positive. Pretty much. I think everyone pretty much received it positively. Everyone's hyped for Horizon 3.
Woo!
I'm hyped. I mean,
Yeah.
would have liked Japan, but I'm hyped.
I'll show you. It looks pretty damn cool. I'll say that.
I'm a bit like.
The map schools.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of things we need to talk about like this. So, first, body kits. Who wants to talk about body kits?
I want to say something that I heard on Theo's channel about the body kits.
Yeah.
That I don't know if you heard about this scam, but it's not certain if with the body kits you can actually change the wheels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
When you apply the body kits. So I don't know, maybe it was in that version of the beta. I don't know.
That's dumb. I doubt they would not do that. But then again,
Yeah, me too.
then again, it's turn 10, so.
I don't see the sense in that, but at the same time, they are turn 10 and they're known
Yeah.
to tell you something, but word it in a certain, word it very carefully.
Yeah.
I think it's possible that items could get locked down if you've got body kits on. Track
Like in
width
Need for Speed.
will be locked, I think, as well. And that also means, for the single customization parts, so like the bumpers and stuff, that means that the track width won't be an option, so you're still going to have loads of camber, and it's going to look slammed almost, not flush with the arch, which isn't nice. No one likes that. Why do it again? That doesn't make no sense. I don't know, but the customization, I need to see it before I can judge. But if it is how it's been described by Theo's speculation, I mean, let's be honest, customization ain't going to be on Need for Speed level,
Oh, definitely not.
In terms of customization, all you're really going to get is wide bodies, rims, and horns.
Yeah, but I still think that they are still
As far
loyal
as
in a way.
we know now, they might announce
And
more
vanity
as of now.
plates. Can't forget about the vanity plates.
So is it
And
really
character
that much?
customization. It's
I mean,
more of a-
I think
right
they-
now. Right now, it seems to be more of a glorified Test Drive Unlimited than a Need for Speed type game. You have to compare it to
I still
Test
think
Drive.
it's far from Test Drive Unlimited. It's Forza Horizon with
Yeah.
some Test Drive and Need for Speed characteristics.
Yeah, definitely.
I just think that it's Forza Horizon staying true to Forza Horizon. Only updating some of the stuff, to the body kits, that is one thing that the community has been wanting for a long while.
I think that they're trying to keep at like they're trying to go back to the festival type atmosphere because with Forza Horizon 2 it kind of went away from that, if you know what I mean. It wasn't
I feel like
yeah.
it wasn't like I
like
was
unlike Forza Horizon 1, which was like all about the festival and stuff. Forza Horizon 2 just what was, I don't know what it was. And Horizon 3 it seems like you being in control of the festival and all this stuff, being able to like actually choose the music and shit. They want to go back to like it being centered around the festival.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I like. One thing I would like to see is like have the festival races and then the street races be like on its own, like they were in Forza Horizon 1.
I can't see it fitting in.
Yeah.
Because with everything they've announced so far, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But
Like I just wish that they did it like how Forza Horizon 1 did, where it was like one guy and a bunch of other people outside of the festival. But
a lot of
Forza
people
Horizon
that I
2
know want another Horizon 1.
me
Definitely.
included. Me included. I think a Horizon 1 would be the best way of going around it.
Definitely.
Because, like, I mean, this is the thing with me. Is I'm happy, you know, they've listened. Whether they've actually listened to us or they've just followed the trends, it still relates to the same end goal. I feel like they're more following trends than actually listening to us. Obviously, unlike Ghost or someone, or even like Ivory Tower, who actually listen to the community, if you follow trends, you're going to be slow on things, and in the long term, it's not going to be beneficial really, because you're just kind of like following other people. But we're getting the same result. I do like it. I like how varied the map is. I don't know. I feel like I need to play it first. I think I need to play it. Like,
Yeah.
One thing about the map, am I the only one that thinks that it has like almost none CTs and shit?
right, Nina, go. Nina had his hand
Oh,
on
yeah.
the whole thing then.
One thing that I forgot what I was gonna say.
There is cities. There's a lot. Yeah, there is city areas.
Yeah, I saw that. This guy's like, there's gonna be some inner city racing.
There's
Hopefully.
gonna be skyscrapers. There's gonna be skyscrapers. Yay! So yeah, and there's also gonna be racetracks in there as well.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I think they were listening to the people who were invited by play. I feel like with Forza Fuel, they had that 2 years ago, right? They invited people out, and I'm pretty sure that they took some of their input. I feel like they secretly talked to AR12 and said, "Here, we're open to what you think. Throw some shit at us."
Maybe.
I feel like that's what happened.
R12, he'd probably actually pick up some shit and throw it at him.
I feel like with Horizon 3,
Good meme.
with games generally that they make, I feel like they make a game for themselves, not for the community sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to trash on Horizon 3 here. Still fucking amazing. The fact they've added storefronts back in, which is a whole new thing by itself. Rocket Winnie kits, Liberty Walk kits, you know, the huge map. They've added in rally parts, you know. A lot of stuff's been added. My hype I feel like my hype's kind of died down now, though.
Already, like, not even 4 days after it?
It's like, it looked just really, really similar.
To her, a lot of assets were probably taken from Horizon 2, put in this game.
Like, just the way, like, not just that, but the way they go around the trailers too, very, very similar.
Yeah,
Look
but
at
I mean,
all
there's
the
nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's a brand new game.
Initial
but,
impact, yeah. I don't know, like.
I mean, it's
just
probably
feel
what
like,
Need for Speed 2017 is gonna be doing, using the same assets and shit.
I'm not talking about assets. I'm just talking about like the vibe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing something. Maybe I'm just missing something which everyone else has got. But I'm not feeling like really hyped anymore.
Maybe it's because of Horizon 2 and how that was a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, I feel like it's people thinking that this game is going to be very similar to Horizon 2. Not that it may or may not be similar to Horizon 2, but that slight doubt in your mind may drive you away from being hyped for Horizon 3.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, I think the main thing about it is just like, what the fuck is that noise?
CJ, you need a
CJ, your air conditioner needs to die.
There you go, I turned it up.
I just like, I am hyped, but I don't want to like get over myself. I'm trying to stop myself using the two words cautiously optimistic again.
Cautiously optimistic.
But like, I don't know. We just have to see. Because again, with the Horizon trailers, they always usually paint it in a certain light where everything looks positive. The features they've added in are cool. but I think it's just seeing out how it actually plays. I mean, I'm gonna be doubtful just because of how hyped I was for Horizon 2, but I don't know. I feel like it's just with Need for Speed. I was like hyped all the way through. I couldn't wait. I wanted it. I just like needed it in my hands. And like even Horizon 2, it was like I needed it. When I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my god, this is on some next level. And up until release, I was like, I need to play this. I need to play this. As with Horizon 3, I'm like, I can wait. I can wait for it. I can wait to play it. Like, I'm not like, oh. It's like I can wait. It's fine. Like,
Thing is, that wait's not even gonna be that long. I mean, it's June now, so really we only have July, August. We only have 3 months wait till it comes out.
Yeah, we
And
have
the
3
demo
months and
as
about
well.
a week and a half.
and the demo as
Yeah.
well. So that's like
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
2
so
months.
that's probably gonna be early
2.5.
September.
Yeah, 2.5
Oh, yeah.
months. Like,
Sheesh.
it's, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I do like it though. I do. I like. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to hate on Horizon here. It's just like I'm not as hyped as everyone else seems to be, and like maybe I feel like I'm missing out because everyone's really hyped, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's Horizon. You know, what is the feature you guys are most hyped for?
It's a racing game to basically fill the void between Need for Speed 2015 2017. That's why I'm hyped.
Yeah,
And,
the reason why I'm
Windows
hyped
10
is-
and Windows 10 60 frames.
The reason why I'm hyped is because you have that. You don't really have as many open world racers coming out as there used to be, and
yeah.
Need for Speed and Horizon are the only ones around right now that are delivering on that. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm hyped. I don't really have a specific feature that I'm hyped about. I mean, I would say one of the features is customization, because that's pretty new to the series. But I mean, also the map. I can't wait to explore it. But other than that, really, it's just a racing game.
Yeah.
I think for me, like the most thing I'm hyped about is the map more so than anything else.
Yeah.
Like customization's cool, but like it's not going to be anything we haven't already seen. You know what I mean? Like I don't mean to hate
Yeah.
on the game, but it's like we've seen Rocket Bunny kits before. Like the map, it looks so well like varied and stuff. Like and like the rallies, I like the rally areas as well and the city areas, the mix of them. I like how they've done that. I think that's the thing I'm most excited for. Obviously, customization's cool, like Rocket Bunny E36s and stuff, and I'm obviously hyped for that because I'm a customization type of person. That's just what I like to do. But I'm not like most hyped for that. Probably because there's gonna be a lack of it for a lot of cars. You know, not every other car is gonna have wide bodies. You know, not every car's gonna have wide bodies. There's gonna be a lack of it, I reckon. But it's like just exploring the map. I feel like with the crew, you can never get bored exploring the map, and it feels like that for Horizon 3, each place feels different, which kind of the crew struggles with. So that's it for me, really. Speedway.
I don't actually know, but since I haven't played Forza Horizon 1 or 2, and from what I've seen from gameplays, I still think that both of them, even Horizon 2, are actually great. So I don't know. I can't say anything until I play this game. I'm not feeling hyped, or it's just I'm neutral.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm neutral because I am hyped for it. Like deep down, I am hyped for it. I've just got my worries. Because the reason I got my worries is because it's Turn 10 and Playground Games and Microsoft. You know,
Oh, yeah.
we've already seen with the fucking like they've already got a DLCs planned for day one.
Oh, yeah. They have
Yeah.
like 4. They have like 4.
Yeah, they call it 4.
No, they've got the VIP stuff, which is in every Forza. They've got the car pass, and then they've got an actual like car pack for launch.
Thing is, that's like 3 things extra from the main game already.
Well, 2.
Like,
Because the car passes are just like it brings all the content as well. There's actually 2 like packs of stuff.
but
of.
still.
It's so scummy. I hate that. I hate when developers
And
do
that's
that.
why
It's so
I'm
scummy.
worried because like it's Turn 10 and Playground Games and like if Jay was here this week, he'd have a very different opinion
Well,
in terms
Yeah.
of like being hyped because he's kind of a long-term Forza guy. I kind of joined late, you know.
yeah,
Like,
same.
If this was Burnout, Need for Speed, Midnight Club, like any other game, I'd have faith. But it's just the fact it's a Microsoft. And Microsoft haven't just ruined Forza for me. They ruined Halo. Halo was a fucking real good series to me. And then fucking 4 released and 5 released. 5 isn't bad. It's not good though. It's average, you know. So we'll see. We'll see. I am still hyped for it though. Again, another thing I'm looking forward to is the storefronts. I haven't messed around with like a storefront system since I last played Ultimate Team. Like, that was the last time when I was trading cars around, and I used to be good at that shit. So trading cars around, hopefully that'll work. Hopefully that's like an actual system which is in place, and get yourself some money. And hopefully money isn't easy to come by.
Or look, first wheel spin. Oh yeah, I got $1 million.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that progression is a thing. Like, obviously Forza has never really been about hardcore progression, but I don't want it to be like, oh, you get 1 million credits, here you go, sort of thing. I want
Get
it to
Ferrari
be
in the first half hour of the game.
like after a year's worth of play, I don't want to be able to afford any car in the game. Well, actually, no, maybe that's a bad example, because I can do that in New Speed and New the Game. Okay, let's say after a week's worth of play, I don't want to be able to afford any car in the game.
Mm-hmm.
After a year, after a year, I feel like I shouldn't have every single car in the game.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Like, that maybe that's just me, because the amount of cars I've got on offer too, and the amount of DLC cars which will be in the game, like, I don't want to have every single one. I want to be able to earn them. I want to make it feel like I've earned them. But I doubt they've done that, because it's Forza and they always do like that. So that's my thoughts. Anything else to add before we go on to the next topic?
Nope.
Oh!
Okay then. So Gran Turismo Sport. Let's talk about that next. Wasn't really at E3. Obviously they had that event beforehand. In London, but do you think there's any reason to why they weren't at E3?
No.
I know, because Sony did need a little bit more in their conference. Like, Sony's conference, in my opinion, was bad.
What?
What?
It was bad.
I didn't watch it.
Bad. It was game after game after game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't feel like a connection between the games. For example, I got God of War and shit, but I can't stand the mechanics. It's more like a personal feeling, but that's all.
I thought that the Sony conference, like, I'm not gonna buy half the games, but as an actual like entertaining conference, they were just wheeling the games off.
I mean, they've definitely done much better than EA. Like, I can say that. Like,
I think they did better than Microsoft.
Yeah,
EA
it was horrible.
As an overall conference, I tell you what, Sony, like, besides the release dates thing, which has already been discussed, I think they knocked it out of the park. I think they won E3 easily.
Yeah, maybe.
Because the thing is with Microsoft, besides Horizon 3, what other games were there? Halo Wars 2. You know your conference is shit when you're ending
Minecraft.
It on Halo. Kill yourself. Exactly. Exactly what I mean. Minecraft and Halo Wars 2 were the biggest things. Just, oh.
Dude, Minecraft hype, anyone? Minecraft hype?
Minecraft VR! Minecraft VR! They showed off a texture pack. Fuck me.
Why is Minecraft still a thing? Like, it's 2016. Wasn't it released like in 2010?
Yeah.
Way before 2010, wasn't it?
2009. It was in the beta. So what the fuck?
Yeah, it was a while ago. I can hear myself again. Am I the only one that can hear myself right now? Is that just me?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think what we were talking about. Oh, GT Sport. So,
Yeah.
why do you think it wasn't at E3? See, CJ, that's a shit answer. Go and fucking kill yourself. Anyone else?
I'm not really invested in GT Sport since I don't have a PS4.
Scrub.
But I'm assuming that they already announced a certain amount of things that they're comfortable with.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know why they weren't at A3.
Doesn't make
Kinda
any
weird.
sense. Like, even though they did have an event beforehand, just like showing some extra tracks maybe, or some extra cars, or the menu layout, anything, literally anything. Like, E3 is the best place to do it. I guarantee.
Yeah, maybe they just felt like they just released
covered everything.
enough information for right now.
Yeah, I think that those.
But E3
the
has
thing.
such a broad amount of people there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
but
the
I think it was a marketing fail, if you ask me, because they should have been on E3. Like, GT Sports should have been announced
I
at
feel
E3.
like GT Sport period was kind of a bit of a fuck up, really, in terms of like the naming and stuff. I would have preferred it if they spent the extra time, give it an extra year, extra 2 years, whatever you need to make a GT7 cool.
GT7.
Cool. I would have
Like
yeah,
this-
that's fine. Or a prologue. If you released a GT7 prologue instead of Sport, I would have been like, cool, that's fine with me. Because like,
Yeah.
it feels like they're trying to spin off and sell a prologue game.
Imagine if they, after they release this, they release Gran Turismo 7 Prologue. What would you think? Yeah, what would
I
you
don't
think?
hate that. Because you're kind of buying the same game, really.
Yeah.
And like, I
Then
would
again,
buy
I
it though. I would buy it because I like.
Then
GT,
again, I wonder
but-
how this would be like back in 1998. This can be applied because the Need for Speed game for that year was Hot Pursuit, Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, but then the year after that was High Stakes, and High Stakes was just the same game but with like a few more
Not
tracks and
really.
a few more cars.
Not really, because the reason why this is here is because of esports. Esports wasn't a
Oh,
thing back in the
definitely.
90s.
Well,
Like,
yeah, obviously.
I feel
but-
like the reason why they're doing this is because they need something for esports, like racing
yeah.
wise, on PS4, and there's nothing there at the moment.
Mhm.
And then I feel like it would be very immoral if they released a Gran Turismo 7 prologue.
Oh, definitely.
So and Gran Turismo 7 needs to come hard hitting. They need to have all that, like they don't need to have body kits or anything like that. Like they don't need to go that Forza route. Like they just don't need that. That's not Gran Turismo. But they need a car list over 1,000, no doubt. I don't give a shit if you're rebuilding the cars, whatever. You need a 1,000 plus car list. That is Gran Turismo.
Don't give us that premium car bullshit either, where there's like only a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of cars that have interiors.
It might sound
They
a bit
keep it
stupid,
easy.
but when was GT6 launched?
2013.
Late 2013, yeah.
Late 2013, and that used a lot of the assets from Gran Turismo. So let's say that's saved a year. They've been working on it since 2012. We're in 2016. You're trying to tell me 4 years isn't enough to make at least 500?
And they're already like almost 4 years into the console cycle.
Like, Gran Turismo makes me frustrated because that's another series which has really gone really downhill. Like compared to what it used to be, Gran Turismo 3 was the biggest racing game ever. Like that was the best-selling racing game ever.
Oh.
Minus Mario Kart. No, in terms of sales, I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Underground sold way more than Gran Turismo 4.
Yeah, but
No, it
it's
didn't.
different.
We're not talking about Need for Speed though.
They didn't even
But
sell.
you
more.
said,
We're not
racing
comparing
game.
them.
It didn't sell more.
No, we're saying the most out of the series, CJ.
Well, he said whatever.
Gran Turismo 3 sold more than Underground 1.
On PS2 maybe, but I doubt
Oh, hold
entirely.
up. I will get the fucking facts up. I'll show you. I was just as surprised as you were when someone said this to me. I was like, no way. No way. It sold
Underground
more
sold
than-
Underground sold like 15 million copies.
And this sold like 30,
Underground
I'm
1
pretty sure.
wasn't it need like 10 million?
Maybe not 30. Maybe 30 is a bit. No, but this sold 15 on one console.
Yeah.
15 million on one console. That is. That imagine how like I bet they were sitting there in Japan, yeah, with the Japanese strippers like making it rain, simulation, drivers racers. They were just sitting there fucking going for it.
No,
Right.
they bought a bunch of anime girls.
Think about that. That's 15 million, yeah. So 15 million, and how much would have games cost back then?
Not the same
Much less.
as today.
No,
No,
I'm
people
thinking like
much
40,
less.
50 bucks.
50?
I'd have to say 60.
You still think it was 60 back in 2004?
Nah, it wasn't 60.
CJ,
Well, no,
you
Gran
want- you
Turismo
want
3
back
came out in
to-
2001, didn't it?
Let's say it was 50. Or let's just say
Whatever.
45. That's like
Yeah.
that's a lot of money, fam. That's like over 6 million, isn't it?
No, that's definitely over. I don't know.
Quick, Ish is doing the math in his head.
Yeah, it's a good meme. That's a good meme.
That was
Yeah,
that
stupid
was.
bitch. Yeah, stupid bitch. Talk to your mom.
That's
Make it-
my dad.
Kill
Good.
him. No one likes him anyway.
I do.
Yeah, Gran Turismo. Hopefully we get a GT7 next year. Although I'm doubtful. I'm actually doubtful. I don't think we're gonna get one.
No, we're
Very
not.
unlikely.
No,
oh
no,
fuck!
likely.
You know what I forgot to mention?
What?
We are now posting this up on as an MP3. That's what I forgot.
You tried that a while ago and you just stopped doing it.
Yeah,
for
and he
some reason.
completely failed.
Yeah,
I know what
Yeah,
and,
you
he put on
Bitch,
SoundCloud.
don't come at me saying it completely failed when you niggas haven't even tried it one bit. You've not.
Because I
tried
don't
it
need
one bit.
to if you're
I'm the
doing it
only-
already.
I'm the only person that actually tries to do
You don't
any
need
of this
4
shit.
different
No,
people
bro,
because you
uploading
get all
a
the views.
podcast to SoundCloud.
No, this,
Alright.
this is something completely new. And Speedway, you don't even turn up, so you don't come at me anyway. Basically, we
What?
are now uploading this on Mixcloud. There's an app for Mixcloud as well, so if you want to go ahead and listen to us on the go, you can do that. Link will be down in the description for my thing. I'll give the link around to everyone.
This podcast is brought to you by Mixcloud.com. Mix your cloud today.
You're making it sound like we're sponsored. This isn't a sponsored thing. Fuck Mixcloud, but they're free. They're the best one we had to pick. So, yeah.
You can put it on SoundCloud.
You can go ahead and listen to our podcast on the go. So if you are like in the car, we should have mentioned this at the start. I'll do it next podcast. If you want to do like listen to it in the car and shit, that's the way of doing it.
I'm doing a podcast right now.
That's the way you do it.
So if you want to listen to that while you're in the car, you can go ahead and download Mixcloud. Anyway, now we've got that little plug over and done with.
I'll be right back.
Don't ever come back.
Oh, I can see myself.
You can see Speedway's thing. That makes no sense because on mine it's got the dog with the dick. Anyway, Burnout devs. We should talk about that now. We should move topic because this is actually quite a good, interesting topic. So you might be aware the original Burnout devs. Do you want to fucking stop laughing, or do you want to carry on laughing because Nina's face is there twice? You fucking cunt. Right. So Burnout devs. You might be aware that they actually made a game called Dangerous Golf or something like that. Is that what it's called? Dangerous Golf. The guys at Three Field Entertainment, I think it was. They made a game called Dangerous Golf, and the dev said that the reason why they made that was for a platform to make a racing game.
That's pretty good.
So
that's interesting.
If Dangerous Golf sells well, which is basically kind of like Burnout's Crash Mode but with golf balls, that's like the best way to think about it. If that sells well, they could make a Burnout game as an independent. They'll probably call it like Crash or something, like Crash Takedown or something. But Burnout could possibly be coming as an indie title, or like a Burnout type game as an indie title. Now we've known this for a while, but obviously that's going to take a hell of a lot of money. Now I will try and get this guy's Twitter up if I can find it. I think it's called Alex Ward.
He sounds like a babe.
Alex Ward on Twitter. So what are you guys thinking? What did you think of it? Opinions, podcast,
I think
talk.
he's hot. He's hot.
You go first, Speedway. Is that all you have to say, you fucking cunt?
I am happy he's weird though.
Yeah, you don't need his fucking Twitter, you retard. We're talking about a Burnout game. What is there to not understand? 9 years ago.
I don't know. I just say it was interesting. I just don't know what to think. Because, I mean, they've been dragging on and saying that there's going to be a new Burnout and shit for like a while, and we still didn't get anything,
now,
you know?
Did you find this out recently, or was this something that you knew for quite a little while?
Me?
Yeah.
I found this out recently. I think it's extremely unfair to say they've been taking this out for a while when they're an independent developer who are making the games by themselves without any real publisher. They're doing it off their own back. They're not doing it for any other reason besides they love making games. I think it's very almost ignorant to say to developers they've been dragging it on for a while when they are probably not even earning that good money.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
They broke off from EA to do this. Because they weren't happy with the way Criterion was going with making Star Wars VR, and they wanted to actually make something that people wanted. I think, for me, to say that, I think that's a bit unfair, but that's just me.
No, I didn't know about that, so yeah.
I've just found his Twitter. I'm trying to find that specific tweet because I know for a fact Theo tweeted him too, because we got into a conversation with him. Well, conversation with ourselves. Wasn't really with him. Right, here we go. I'll put the link in the chat so if you guys can have a look. His if you want to go look at him on Twitter, it's called Crashed Alex. So if you are on Twitter and you're listening to the podcast, you can go ahead and do that. I'll essentially just read out the tweet so you guys can go ahead and read it you guys can listen to it, what he had to say. So he said, hold up 1 second, copy and paste that. So he said, someone was asking me to do a Kickstarter for a driving game. Well, in some ways, Dangerous Golf, which is their new indie title, is that if we can get enough support, we can continue. That is basically what he said.
Woo! That's cool.
I
was able to listen in.
I mean, it's a golf game, right?
Why are you dressed like you're going to go to church?
I'm
He's
going to
gonna
a
go to
wedding.
Oh,
Going to
you
a
actually are
wedding.
going to church.
No, it's not a church. It's not a Catholic wedding. It's outside at a golf course. I mean, sorry, it's at a farm. Never mind.
Yeah, Dangerous Golf is a golf game.
If you ask me, he's not gonna have lots of success, but I really hope he does.
I hope it does. I'm not gonna buy it. Like, I'll
I'm
quite
not
clearly.
gonna buy it either.
I will like if they do a Kickstarter, I would fund it.
Definitely, yeah.
But if it's gonna go, if I know it's gonna go towards a racing game, I'd fund it. But there's no way I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy a Dangerous Golf game just for the hope that there may be a Burnout. Doesn't make no sense. Does it?
Yeah.
Like, maybe that's just me. I want to see it though. I don't think like out of all of the prospects that we have in the next year, we know Need for Speed's coming, we know Horizon's coming. To have a Burnout-esque game like this, I don't know what I'd do. Like, that is something, for out of all the indie titles and all the possible games that could be on the horizon, that's one that I want the most. Easily. Because, like,
Definitely, yeah.
imagine a Burnout 3 on console. Essentially, that's what it would be. Imagine.
Woo!
Amazing.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be sick.
Do you reckon he'll do a Kickstarter?
I don't know. Might. I hope
mad
so.
It's mad how you can just go from like the top of the like among there with the racing kings, leave, and now you're at the bottom of the pile.
It's kind of like not deleting but leaving a YouTube channel and creating a complete new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Don't know why you
starting
would in
up
the
from-
first place.
I can respect this guy for doing it. I feel like it's a bit of a different scenario with the YouTube channel though.
Yeah.
Like this guy, literally, he was the PewDiePie of like racing games, and now he's like no one. Like I can respect that for just because you don't like the way someone's going and you want to make Burnout games. Like I can respect that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think it could happen. I think if there's a demand, which there definitely is, I think it's very possible we could be seeing a Burnout game in the
I mean,
decent future.
if, in my opinion, if they have, for example, if instead of doing this golf game, they did this kind of Burnout-ish game that many people are waiting for it would have definitely got a lot more success than what I think.
I think if they made a Burnout game just to start off with, it would make a hell of a lot more sense. But
I mean, it would have been a much better move for a company which is broke, in a way, you know.
definitely, I think as well. The thing is, it takes a lot of money to make a driving game, as where a golf game probably wouldn't have taken that much, because there's a lot more like physics you have to got to do with it. CJ, mute your mic,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, of course, but like, it might take money and shit, but you can actually take time to make it. Like nobody's.
I don't think the time's the issue. I think the money is the issue.
Well, it could be, yeah.
But
I mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily like Burnout, just something similar, you know.
yeah, I mean, it was pretty weird. I remember when they first announced it, they were like, first we're gonna make a golf game, then we're gonna make Burnout. Like, where the fuck did you get the golf game idea from? That literally makes no sense. Who the fuck wakes up and thinks they're gonna make a crash mode but for golf? That made no sense. That made no sense, and it's obviously not gonna sell as well because like, well, it just wouldn't, because it's golf and crash and just nothing correlates. But oh well. Anyway, that's what's happened with the Burnout devs. I'm excited. I think out of all the possible games that could be coming out, you know, like indie games anyway, if that came at E3 next year, and they had funding by like Sony or Microsoft or whatever in one of the indie programs,
yeah,
that would be on some next level. So yeah, that's what's happening with the Burnout successor. Next, we're gonna go ahead and talk about worst purchase. Now, CJ, this is your topic, so unfortunately, you've got to lead it, really.
All right, so really, we're gonna be talking about some really shitty purchases that we have made with our own money. So I'll go first, and I think an object speaks better than words. Nice.
The thing is, yeah, we told you not to buy it. We
I
told
still
you
bought
to,
it.
We told you to hand it back, and you was.
I bought a better
You're
version.
fucking piece of shit.
It was only the thing is, it was actually only $15.
Worst purchase. I've bought a lot of shit things. I had a mic stand which worked for a day and broke.
Was that the same one that we have?
that I have.
Nope.
No, it's his blue. It's the one that I had for his blue snowball
Nope,
when he had it.
I had one for a blue snowball. I had two for my road one, and they both broke.
Uh,
I regret buying this shitty tripod, which is now completely broken. I don't think I've shown that on camera. It's completely broken. Like, it just doesn't work. I've taped it up. I've done all types of shit. It doesn't work.
Hot.
What else do I regret? I don't know. It's hard. Like, I don't have a.
I can tell you, there's one thing that I regret. I really don't buy anything unless if I'm like, hey, I'm gonna definitely use that, or hey, that's totally gonna look good up on my wall.
I'll kill yourself.
But
Well, what about your Minecraft poster?
Yeah, Minecraft poster.
oh yeah, I probably regret. Well, I was in 7th grade though, so I was a big Minecraft. I was 12.
You didn't
dude.
regret it at the time.
Yeah.
You regret it now.
No.
But you didn't regret it at the time.
No, I regret it now, but I'm probably gonna probably
Shoot it.
exchange that for like a. Oh no, yeah, I'd shoot it, and then I would exchange it for, I don't know, probably a poster of like an Arc 7 or something. Anyway,
I saw one today.
the one that I spent the most money on and ended up not using is hockey gloves. Now, if you were tuned into the earlier versions of Drivecast or the earlier episodes, you would know that I would be here for a certain amount of time, and then some episodes I would have to leave to go to hockey practice. So I only went there for like 10 weeks, 11 weeks, and I bought these because I'm like, hey, I'm totally going to play hockey, and these would be good just in case if I fall, and I don't want my hands to feel cold because it's on ice. These were $80, and I ended up dropping out.
You should claw me with those.
That really, like, because you know people are like they're going across the ice really fast. What if you fall? Your hands are out like flat on the ice, and someone zips over your ice, over your fucking.
Oh
hands.
no, yeah, I heard about you know Steven Suptic, right? Cam.
Oh my god, that hurts to think about. Oh, that hurts to think about.
Cam, you know Steven Suptic, right?
Yeah, I do.
He had this podcast called Double Jump Podcast, and there was this guy who played hockey in that podcast, and he said the exact thing. He slipped over and his glove fell off because that's what they're used for. They're used to, protect your hands, and someone skated clean over it.
Did he lose his fingers?
No. He skated across his hand like this.
Why? what if that was your head?
Why?
To be.
What the
Face
fuck?
Definitely not.
What the fuck?
And plus, you're wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
So.
You guys went all
Me-
laggy then for a second for me. You're back now.
I said, plus you're wearing a helmet, so you wouldn't really get your head skated over.
That's true, actually, yeah. But your fingers though, that is the worst pain. Someone zipping over your thumb. Oh my lord! I actually don't know what I'd do. I'd go into a pit.
It's like,
I mean, it could be your dick.
I'm skating. Oh no, I lost my hand. Oh no, it's over the ice. Phew.
I mean, it could be your dick. It could be worse, you know.
What the fuck?
Why would that even be out?
That's
I don't know
so
what kind of
cringe.
hockey that is, but that's the kind of hockey I want to play.
What dick hockey?
Yeah.
I still don't know what my. Oh, I've got one, and this is a Drivecast one, and everyone's gonna understand this. I don't really regret it, but you remember that 360 I bought?
Yeah.
And then
You
I
know,
smashed,
like the 5 of them.
and then I smashed it on Drivecast. It turned on and worked fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a waste of £100 because I've still got it. I've got a spare 360 for no reason. Like literally have it for no reason.
Ship it over here. I need one.
I'm not gonna give it to you.
You can buy it with your own money, sir. You have a job.
I have enough money. I just don't want to spend more. I want to save up for my
Oh,
car.
sorry,
Integra.
sir. You have enough money.
You want to save up for a shitty, half broken down Integra. Okay, that's good. That's a good one. He took that to heart.
CJ, you're gonna crash your you know the Integra's front wheel drive.
Mhm.
He's
You're
gonna
try
die.
drifting it.
Is that what you want? Is that what you want in your life? You want to be known as the guy who owns a VTEC front wheel drive Integra.
I'll pull a Forza.
Can you
converted to
explain
four-wheel
your
drive.
can you explain your reason why?
I like Integras.
I like Allah.
To be fair, CJ, I liked you more when you were excited, CJ.
I liked
So-
more when you were
Yeah.
exotic, CJ.
Yeah.
If you got
Yeah.
a Porsche for it,
You've
or like
changed.
a Lambo for your first
You've
car.
changed.
I
CJ.
sold out.
You've changed.
I sold out.
But what specifically to the Integra was it like? Was it the...
My dad had an Integra. He had a 91 Integra. Yeah, 91 Integra. And I loved that car when I was a kid. So
I've got a feeling you're really not gonna like the fact it's front wheel drive. I don't know why. Like I just feel like
I can't pull burnouts. Boo hoo. And I can't kind of drift.
Hey,
Boo hoo.
hey, listen, CJ. Front wheel drive burnouts.
and
Oh, yeah,
you're gonna
that's right,
understeer into a pole. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna understeer into a pole because front wheel drive.
I love
Hey,
those.
what are you talking about? Here in the car meets, we do burnouts with the front wheel drives. We just have to have like two
I-
guys in the car and shit to make it
Yeah,
stop.
so you can't do one then. you can't.
I
do
mean,
it without three
possible.
people. One driver
It's
in
either
the car,
that
two
or I
people
can
pulling
find
it.
a Mustang, but I don't want to crash into any crowds
Mustang?
with a Mustang.
That's a good meme. That's a good meme, CJ. You don't want to crash into crowds with a Mustang? That's a good meme.
Oh, I'm a
Wait,
meme
I
master.
thought Mustang was every 16-year-old teenage girl car, you know?
BMW. BMW. That's a white girl car.
Here is Mercedes. Mercedes are also white girl
So there
cars.
isn't a different, like there isn't a certain thing here, like Volkswagen up. The feet.
Oh no, like really rich white kids here will have BMWs.
And Mercedes.
And that too, yeah.
In my
And
yearbook,
Audis.
in my yearbook for the senior section, there's a senior section for best car, and it's a kid with a Land Rover and another kid with a Mercedes.
That's not even. I bet. Is there some kids at your school who've got like slammed Evos and shit?
Oh no,
Bet you-
not slammed
Super
Evos,
cars.
Cam, but slammed fucking Hondas. Always.
Even then, like a
always
Honda's better
honest.
than a fucking Merc.
Oh yeah,
Like I'd
No, I
my
would
Slam
buy,
Integra is
I
gonna
would
be
buy
better than a Mercedes.
I would buy a Mercedes over a lawnmower.
I'm gonna slam my Integra.
You're gonna
You
do
are
that.
so
and you're
such
gonna
a
do
cool
that,
person.
and you're gonna like break.
It's gonna
You're,
get
you're gonna
stolen.
wear out the bearings or some shit, and you're just gonna.
I
fuck
know.
the car
No,
up.
what he's gonna do is he's gonna slam it, and he's gonna go over a speed bump. He's gonna tear off his front bumper and then ruin like his exhaust system under his car.
You know in Forza, you know when you've got like the lowering ride height system, he's gonna go
Yeah.
there and then he's gonna glitch it past low and it's gonna like into fucking like letters. It's gonna be like 0EF1. That's what's gonna happen, and it's just
Put some
and
positive
his
camera on
fucking
that
his
as
tires
well.
are gonna be coming through the arch, and it's just gonna be fucked.
Welcome to some positive camber. So why not?
I'm really looking worried when you get your Integra. You know, I'm genuinely worried for you. Like
The thing is, IRL, I'm gonna lower it a bit.
IRL. Oh my god.
IRL, like to be real, I'm not gonna lower it too much. I'm
let's
gonna
be
keep.
honest.
I'm gonna keep it low. I'm gonna lower it a bit, but I want to focus on like engine parts and stuff like that. Stuff that needs to be replaced. 'cause-
Street Racer, Street Racer, CJ.
Okay,
What do you mean
so
street racer?
realistically, when do you think you'll have one?
I could have one by the beginning of junior year, which is, but I'm gonna wait till after I get my license. I can go for my license literally at the end of summer, like August 27th when I can go.
So wait, when are you gonna go?
But,
For it? September time.
I'm gonna try as early as I can, definitely. But once I get my
You still
license,
haven't
then I'm
answered my
gonna.
question. September time.
No, well, yeah, maybe around there, early September. But once I pass, I'm gonna get my Integra.
That hurts. That deep down inside to know is it gonna be a Type R or just a normal Integra?
I can't find any Type R's around here.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. But now, even then, like, just to know that I'm gonna be stuck in some shitty, like, 1 liter
Axle.
thing, which struggles. No, kill yourself. That struggles
Thing is,
to
I've
get up a
also-
hill.
What else? I've also been looking at Camaros and Mustangs. Not the newer Camaros, like the.
Yeah, but you all know you're gonna
2000.
get a fucking Integra though. Just to know like that, and I'm gonna get something which struggles to go up a hill for a year. For a whole
VTEC.
year.
VTEC.
And you're gonna be in like an Integra. Fair enough, it's not a Type R. Why?
I know, but-
you should hunt down a Type R. You know, they're
I
nice
can't
cars.
find any here. The closest one I found was in Baltimore, and that's
How
at
far is
least
that?
200 miles. No, 150 miles.
Well,
Why
go
don't-
on by
why
it
don't
and then
you
come
do
with
it?
the car.
Plus, that's in the ghetto part of Baltimore, which I don't want to go to. That's like past Philly all the way
Shot
down.
up like boom, boom, boom.
You're not gonna get shot, fam. Well, actually, in America, who knows? That
Thing
you're
is,
gonna be
also that
crazy.
car is probably stolen. Knowing Baltimore, it's probably stolen. So
There's
that's
gotta be
amazing.
one Type R in the Allentown
Uh,
area.
and Allentown, Even though it's a big tuner city, no, I doubt it.
It's a big tuna city! So if you want to go with...
You see actors and Hondas everywhere. And street racers, yeah. I've seen people racing down...
If you want to see the same thing as where I live, where there's Honda and Acuras drag racing down the road, come to Allentown or where I live.
Okay. That's interesting.
yeah.
That was an interesting insight into CJ's car future. I don't even want to talk about it because it's
Just car, not future. He's probably gonna crash the car.
You know what? Talking about the future and me not wanting to drive with CJ, want to know, this is completely off topic, but I want to tell you guys this because this is interesting and dreams are interesting. So basically, have you ever had those dreams where you're like, hey, yeah, that happened, and then like a year later it happens? Like the exact dream you had happens?
Yeah.
I had a dream where it was me, Cam, Jay, and CJ, and I think Speedway living in the same house. Literally the night after Cam said, dude, imagine if we lived in a house together. And I had a dream about us.
Carry on.
I had a dream about us being in a house, and it was sick. It was sick like my dad.
So
that's all I really have to say.
How much older were we?
We were like 21.
21? Sorry, I
21?
had to. Anyway.
What?
Anyway. Yeah, that was the last thing. We all went round, didn't we?
Yay.
I really want to be RZ. I really want to be RZ. I don't think you understand. It's getting bad now. Obviously, I want an R32 too. But I know I can't get that till like later. I want to get.
Oh man, I really want a blowjob.
Right, cool. Q&A questions to round off Drivecast.
Questions and answers.
Let's have a look. What's going down? Oh yeah, we did like a 2-hour episode last week.
Yeah, that's cool.
Did we?
Yeah, we did, and it was cool.
Yeah, it shows you how much you're invested into the podcast.
Zane
Speedway.
plays Dirt 3. The question is, what is the first driving game / racing game you remember playing, and what platform was it on?
Need for Speed 2 on the PC.
Need for Speed 2 Special Edition on PC.
Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 on the Game Boy Advanced.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 on PC. Right, cool.
Wait, no, I'm stupid. It was Underground on the Game Boy Advance. There you go.
Nobody cares.
Well,
What was
obviously
the
someone
question,
does
bitch?
because someone just
Yeah,
fucking retard.
stupid.
The next one is from Daniel Terang, and I need to stop doing this voice because it's actually quite a serious question. Question is, what are your thoughts on gun violence? I'm assuming he means in the US, since that's kind of like an ongoing topic in like media. So, let's hit it, boys.
We should stop letting bad people get guns.
My opinion on it is, if you don't give people guns, then people won't shoot anyone. That's my opinion. If you
And they'll get them illegally.
If you take away people's guns, then people won't die.
See, but then I have this argument with CJ, and then CJ was like, it infringes on my Second Amendment.
Well,
He's so patriotic.
This is my argument to that shit. If you don't evolve over time, you're gonna get left behind. That is exactly what that Second Amendment is. If you don't evolve that, because realistically, the Second Amendment is there to defend yourself against the government. That is what it was there for.
Against the government.
That's what it was there for. It was to defend yourself against other states. That was what it was there for. Because when other states tried to invade you, you got a form of defense.
No states tried to invade any other states.
That is what it was there for. You go look it up.
New Jersey never tried to invade Pennsylvania. Ugh.
Anyway,
because
that was what it was there for. I'm telling you, this is factual. I watched the
That's
SourceFed
not
video.
factual.
I watched the SourceFed video. That's what they said.
So reliable.
They are. They genuinely are.
Well, I don't watch them.
Anyway,
so.
But so you can't say they're reliable then.
Jog on.
So that was the reason why it was there. It was there to defend yourself against anyone trying. But I've just explained myself. Now, realistically, is that the case? If the government want to kill you, they're just going to drop a drone on your ass. You're dead. So what's the point in having a gun?
To defend yourself from people invading your home property, trying to harm you.
You ban guns, then how are they going to harm you? Because no one
someone's breaking into your house with a hammer or a knife, and you don't want to
Guess what?
get into
you got a knife
fight
too. Because you're in the house.
But you still have a greater risk of getting stabbed yourself when you're trying to stab them, but if you're at farther distance with a weapon, you could easily.
But you can use that same argument for a gun.
Easily go.
No,
yeah.
CJ, fucking put your gun away. Serious argument right now. If someone comes in with a gun and they see you and you're going to pick up your gun, odds are that they're going to shoot you first. So then, where's the argument for that?
But if they're coming in with a weapon and you have a gun, you have the opposite. You have the advantage. You can put them down easily, quickly.
Yeah,
and
but
you can use that same argument. You can use the same argument for saying if you have a knife and if they aren't holstered. You can use that same argument. That applies to anything. That not just guns.
Yes, but what I'm saying. All right, we have to leave. Bye.
Oh, that was a really good argument.
Yeah, thank
I was
God.
looking forward to that.
Thank God.
Basic thing: if people don't have guns, not going to shoot anyone. And I don't care what anyone
Yep.
says. That is fact. That is a fact. Look at the United States. Well, the United Kingdom even. Over here, I can't even think of the last time someone was shot.
Yeah, but the problem in like everywhere is the black market. You can find guns, buy guns in the black market, anywhere, everywhere.
Yeah, but that's
So, yeah,
is
that's-
that really that big of an issue though?
Yeah, it's a big issue because
obviously-
every single thug and shit, they buy the guns through the black market. They don't go to a fucking store where they had to put their data, their names, and their like identification to buy a gun. Because then they have a registration that they bought a gun.
But
and
that's
no
always going to be an
expense.
ongoing issue. You can buy anything, like you can apply it to anything which is banned. But for guns, if you make them like legally not allowed, that it's going to go down. Obviously, yeah, there's still going to be guns out there, but
Yeah.
the open access, if you make it so less people have the opportunity to buy guns, there is going to be less shootings. That is fact.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I think of it. If you don't want as many people dying, fuck your Second Amendment and actually change something. If you don't change over time, if you don't evolve, then you're gonna get left behind. And of course, these shootings are gonna happen. But people are so surprised when the shootings happen. Why are you surprised? That nothing's changed.
Hmm.
Like, why are you surprised? If a maniac can go to a Walmart and buy a gun, that is how. No, they sell them over there in Walmart, don't they? In some of them.
That's in the south or the east. They
But you
don't
can-
do that here. That'd be fucking dangerous. They do that.
But hypothetically, that is a thing. Like in the US, like just generalized.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Do they do that?
I'm pretty sure they did. Like that's what the SourceFed video said. That's why I was just clarifying. You can go into a Walmart, buy a gun, and be out and have fully loaded.
They definitely don't say, or they don't sell guns in Walmarts here. It's always in gun stores. But you'd have to have a license in order to buy a gun. You can't just up and buy a gun.
From what I've heard, from that SourceFed video, you could in some places in the US you could just literally go to a Walmart, buy a gun, and then you got a gun.
Well, yeah, that's probably why the fucking east and the south is so fucking dangerous.
And I mean, that's my opinion on it. Thoughts on gun violence? It'd stop if people didn't have them. I've got strong feelings for this because it's a serious thing. Like, I think you just need to wake up. All these amendments bullshit. It's just no. It doesn't make any sense.
It's not in the government's interest, so.
Obviously, the main reason why they would keep it is because of money.
Yeah. And
Money,
that's why nothing has ever done. Like, there's nothing ever done about it, apart from grieving and shit for the shootings.
You can grieve all you want, but the fact is,
nothing is done. Yeah.
There might as well be a countdown for the next shooting because it's inevitable because there's nothing's changed. As morbid and as disgusting as that is, it's the truth. Like, I don't want it to be a shooting as much as the next person does, but in the end of the day, that countdown's going down because, again, the US's laws are fucked. So, that's my opinion on it. Anyone else want to share theirs before we go on?
God save the Queen.
Right. Next one is, again, from Daniel Saran. Question 2. His question is, what nation has the most fucked up justice system and why? I feel like I'm really ill prepared for this one.
I had to say all of them. There's not even one that doesn't have a fucked up system. There are always interests behind the governments and shit. So I just...
That is true.
Where there is power, there's an interest. Like that's a fact. So.
I would say the US.
U.S. definitely doesn't have a broken system.
Does it?
I wouldn't think.
I mean, obviously,
No, compared to other
if you
countries,
count like
does-
the third world countries and shit like Uganda, then
Yeah.
like completely different story. But like
This is how we enjoy movie in Uganda.
action-packed movie. No one's gonna understand.
Action packed movie.
That. But like the US, you know, for presidents over there, they need to be Christian, don't they?
No, they don't. They don't need. They just
They need to be religious.
can't be atheist. Yeah,
Oh my god.
I'm
What?
pretty sure.
See, over here, people are like, for a prime minister, if you were like Christian and shit, they'd like, what the fuck? Why are you going for prime minister when you're religious? That's genuinely true. I mean, that's just how your country is. Like, that's a weird concept to me. So, I mean, I kind of agree with what Speedway said, to be honest. So I'm gonna agree with you, Speedway. Okay, next question is
Yay.
again still from Dan Nusarank. It's his last question. If you're the boss of YouTube for one day, you can only terminate one of the next 3 accounts. Who is it and why? Keemstar, Leafy, or KSI?
Oh, definitely Keemstar. Because it's only fair. He's been banned in the past, and it should be like that. He kind of like, he found a loophole in the system, because if you got banned on an account, if you own the next account, you are going to have your channel terminated because that happened in the past. But with Keemstar, Drama Alert is owned by someone else. So technically he is affiliated with the channel, not the owner, which I think is bullshit because he's the only one that you see on the channel anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely say Keemstar. And if Keemstar was an option, then yeah, Leafy. And KSI is just a cunt. He's not like a detriment. He's not detrimental to fucking YouTube. So KSI is just a cunt. I don't mind.
Yeah, I agree completely. All right.
I agree there.
Next question is from Epic5. He says, "Do you ever think there will be a sequel to Juiced?" Nope. THQ
Nope.
went defunct, so nope. Next question is from Arian Sefi Arian. He says, "How did you come up with your YouTube names?" I'll go first. I was in a Black Ops 1 lobby. I was hosting and roasting, and I got like dogs twice. And this guy called Straight Up Walrus asked me to join his clan. Trick was it had to be straight up and then an animal, and I picked Hippo because Penguin was taken or something like that. That's mine.
Hey guys, Straight Up Penguin here.
You say that, but if I was saying that right now, it would have just been normal. I think Penguin sounds quite good. It doesn't sound as good as Hippo. Hippo just kind of flows well. Straight Up Hippo flows well. As well, straight Up Penguin. It's a bit like Penguin. There's too many syllables. Anyway, carry on.
So how I got mine is I was in Need for Speed World for the first time in 2010. I'm like, hey, I need a name. And I'm like, what sports team do I like the most right now? And then obviously, as you can tell right there and there and there. Oh, I can't see that one. Obviously, I chose the 49ers. So I'm like, hey, Niner fan 01 sounds good. So I did that.
Oh wow.
And then I created my YouTube name. That's why the URL says NFS for Need for Speed, and then my name from Need for Speed World. So yeah.
Interesting. Speedway.
I had a crew in Need for Speed World called Speedway Crew. I basically took their name and shit and created the Speedway Gamer. Nice story. There's not really much into it, but yeah.
Fun fact about that clan I was with didn't last. I actually abandoned that account like after a week of using it, and I didn't go back to it until like 2 years later. So I might not even be called Straight Up now. That's a genuine thing. Like, I could have been called Big Boy Cam, and that would have been awful.
I was just about to say
That would have
that.
been awful. Anyway, Haroon Ali's next question. The next question from Haroon Ali is Fuck, Marry, Kill, CJ's dad, Hitler, or EK Drifter? I'm not even gonna answer that. I don't know why I read it.
You're gonna put EK and Hitler in the same category, Speedway? You're fucked up.
Yeah, kill everyone.
I mean, I'd kill Hitler, obviously. I guess I'd marry CJ's dad.
Yeah, I'd go the same route as you, Cam. I'd go the same route.
Alright. Next one is from Didi Dorset. What's his name? And his question is, which antagonist car from Need for Speed do you like the most? Excluding all of the main characters. So, like, kind of like side characters.
JB Spiper from Most Wanted.
I'm gonna say
Mings Gallardo is sick.
Mings Gallardo sick. Say
It
that again.
was.
Say that again to me. Say
Mings
that again.
Gallardo was sick.
I'm gonna say the skyline from the starting sequence of Underground 2, the one with the yellow stripe.
But it's not an antagonist, isn't it? Or
Not really, but oh well.
he's just a tutorial car.
It's,
But
a side, it's just a side character in it. Like you can't really have him, and like the antagonist is the main character, but he's excluded all of the main antagonists. So I'm gonna say
I would say, yeah, it would have to be
just a side one.
for me, it's all Need for Speed Most Wanted characters. It would be Jules Mustang or Mings Gallardo.
Yeah. All right. Everyone
Me?
done?
See,
Next
Yeah.
and final question is from Apple Slipper, and his question is, what franchise has the worst subreddit ever? I don't know.
probably Need for Speed.
NFS is AIDS, but that's the only one I've really gone
Yeah.
on, so that's the only one I can speak for.
If CJ was here, he would know.
Yeah, CJ.
I don't
would know.
even care already.
Yeah, I don't have. Oh well, I do, but I hardly ever use it, and I don't know the password to it. So, yeah, that is the end of Drivecast, episode 71. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. If CJ remembers to put our links in the description. Also, go ahead and follow us on Mixcloud, I think it was called, because we're gonna upload it. That's it.
We don't even know where
Hey.
we're going to upload it, but follow it.
We're immediately following the video. Obviously, I know because I'm doing it. You fucking retard. Anyway,
Oh
that's been
my
it from
god,
us.
I'm sorry,
Any
balls.
last words before we end the podcast?
Allah
Yay.
Akbar.
I need a big cock! Whoa, God!